Alright, here we go. 10 seconds to go. No, I got someone to pilfer me a Pro controller. Oh, what? I must have slid over. Whatever. We're 5 seconds behind. But yeah, welcome to ASM 2017, hosted at Avcon. Raising money for Beyond Blue. We've hit our donation total of 3,000, but we're definitely looking to get more. There's still some donation incentives coming up. I actually don't know what they are off the top of my head, but if you go to the links below the stream, you'll be able to find all the information you need. This is Luigi U. Just running any percent. Hopefully should only take about 40 minutes. Yeah, it's a DLC to Mario U. I run Mario U last year. This is notably shorter. All of the levels start with only 100 seconds, as in 100 Mario non-specific time units that aren't quite seconds. So every level starts with a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and they're all really short and quite punchy. It does mean that the levels are the ratio between gameplay and cutscenes is a little bit higher, which is a little bit annoying. We have to watch all the cutscenes and stuff like that. But apart from that, the levels are quite punchy and really cool. There's less auto-scrollers. I generally find it a bit more entertaining to run, but yeah, we do have to punch through a fair few of these cutscenes. The first cutscene's a minute 45 long or something like that. But after that, there's just a few other little short cutscenes here and there. So yeah, basically, if you've seen the Mario U run, it's very similar in a lot of ways in that there's basically only one unique power-up in this game. You know, 3D World has the cat suit, this has the raccoon suit, or the squirrel suit, I can't really remember. Yeah, squirrel suit. Yeah, it just allows you to glide. The glide is equally as fast as the fastest running speed, so we generally will try and stay with the cape as much as possible. I did something sort of bad there, like I got a 77 on my timer. If you get 2 of the same digits for your end time of a level, you get this big long cutscene and you get an item. I deliberately got a 77 on this though because I get a spare acorn, which is good for marathon safety. But yeah, you got to go through that cutscene and you've got to go through this item menu, so it does take a bit of time to get the spare one, but it's pretty handy. Crooked Cavern, pretty fun level. If you're really good, you can get into that pipe in with 99 left on the timer. I'm not really good, so I got 98. There's a few tricky jumps here, and then there's a really tight timing window to land on that platform just there, and I just missed it, and I'm probably... Okay, I'm going to be able to save it, but I lost my star, and I have to basically do this level really slowly now. I want to be really careful not to lose my suit, which I almost did, but I didn't. That's the main thing. There's a secret exit down here, which will take us to world... Are they even numbered anymore? I don't know. It takes us to the through the water world and into the jungle world. But yeah, basically, apart from that one level, I'm more or less going to be trying to avoid getting the same 2 digits at the end of my timer for every other level. If I need one and I see an opportunity to get a 77, I might do it again, just to get a spare acorn again. But apart from that, I'm just going to plow through and try and avoid it. But yeah, if you see me pull up at a flagpole for a quarter of a second or something like that, that'll probably be why it is. Other thing about flagpoles in Mario games are quite, they always have their own little unique mechanics. I know, I'm pretty sure the original Mario Brothers, it's fastest to grab the top of the flagpole. In this, you want to grab anything but the top of the flagpole. You can grab it at any point, but you can't grab it on the top, because otherwise Luigi has to slide down a little bit further than he otherwise would. So, I'm using Nabbit on this level. You can use Nabbit on any level just by holding the left trigger when you enter a level. And yeah, if you do that, you'll play as Nabbit. And Nabbit is immune to all enemies, but he can't get any power-ups. So it's a little bit of a trade-off, but he's really, really useful for the run and stops you from having to wait at a fair few little stops that you would otherwise would have to, you know, stop dead at. Another useful thing about Nabbit is that the double-digit timer thing doesn't apply to him. You can get a 77 or an 88 or whatever, and it doesn't matter. He won't get the cutscene, he won't get the item. You just plow on like normal. And yeah, these cutscenes as you open all the levels are sort of the main slowdown of the run. Like the way I usually practice this is that I have a completed save file that I could just go between the levels for. I actually don't know what my PB in this game is at the moment. There's a pretty good chance that I'm going to beat it though, because most of the practice that I do is in this other mode, and the times don't count, but I get to play all the levels, so yeah. Yeah, the precursor to Mario X Rabbids, that's right. It was just the start of all that. That's where it all come from. It was a teaser. It's another Nabbit level. It's basically just to get around one little area. It sort of helps to not have the suit in this level. Oh, that was terrible. We'll just go back and do that again. The vines are a little bit annoying. That's where we would have had to stop for those 3 piranha plants, for the record. Yeah, the vines, if you press jump to get off them immediately, sometimes you'll do this weird jump where you'll just sort of go up rather than keeping your speed, so I was keeping it pretty safe there. I had an explanation to why I grabbed that other rope so high, but I can't remember what it was now. I just autopiloted through the rest. It wasn't a good explanation, it was a mistake, but it was a mistake I made for a bit of a reason. There's another Nabbit level coming up, and then we go to a it's pretty consistently executable, but it's a little bit of a tricky cape level. Something that was a bit of a theme to the Mario U run was that there was a whole bunch of things that were basically auto-scrollers that you could skip by using the cape in really clever ways, and there's not as many of those in this, but the level after this next one is one of those levels. This one's not too interesting. You just use Nabbit so you can get through a couple of areas a little bit faster. I wasn't meant to jump on him, I was meant to jump on him. There's a couple of specific jumps there so that I can jump up here without slowing down. Fastest route here is to jump up and get over there, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, so I was meant to happily slide under both of those, but I messed it up a little bit. I should have just gone up the top, but whatever. But yeah, basically you pretty much only choose Nabbit in that if you're taking the fastest route, but there's no disadvantage to taking Nabbit, and every now and again you'll run into a situation where you might have taken damage otherwise, so you just pick him out of habit more than anything. Alright, so this is a level where you've got the stone snake thing below me. You're meant to, you know, follow that all the way around with a pretty specific sequence of jumps and floats. You can squeeze onto that platform, but I just missed it. So I'll just I'll start again and I'll grab the there's a second suit we can get, but it's a little bit of the way into the level, so I'll just have to restart. I could use my safety suit, but since I've already messed up, I might as well just try and do this one and get it out of the way, because I might need the suit later on for stuff that'll probably save more time. Oh god, that wasn't meant to go that way. No! I don't know why I took off in the left way. I might have still had some slight momentum going that way or something. I don't know. I'll use my safety suit. I've got a fair few chances to get another one. This game does lend itself to some, like, pretty hacks saves. Like, it's not uncommon for yourself to get into a situation like that and then just, like, basically, fumble your way through and manage to get back to safety. But yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't make it there. But hey, you get to see how that level's done properly now anyway. Reset. I wish I could. I'd have to go, if I wanted to reset on anything, I'd have to go through the 2-minute cutscene at the start again, so you're pretty locked in once you start this game, unfortunately. I didn't play it up all that much, but the first level's really important because you get, oh Jesus. I think I did that slightly too late. It's alright, there's, I've got a Nabbit level coming up and then an auto-scroller that has a spare suit in it, so we're not in too bad shape. And no, we're not allowed to drop the C word during commentary. I think I'm doing okay so far. I don't think I've sworn, but I always swear, and it's really hard not to swear. I'm usually okay as long as I'm focused on playing the game. Another bit of a cutscene here. A very slight disadvantage of using the Pro Controller like I am now is that it's actually faster to clear the save dialog boxes with the gamepad by using the touchpad. Having to scroll over and press it is, I don't know, I'm going to say like a quarter of a second slower, and you've got to do it a few times during the run, so yeah. You need to get the star there so you can make this ridiculous jump. Otherwise you've got to use the suit, and the suit's slower, and it's really hard to dodge all of those boos. So you can just plow through with Nabbit that way. Doorways are a little bit interesting too. A lot of the time you want to get doorways in these games on the closest edge, so you basically want to hit it on the first frame that you're able to. In this, you want to hit them directly in the middle. You can go very slightly to the left, but if you're not close in the if you're not close to in the middle, he'll do a slight walk into the center, and then do it then, and then do the normal animation, go in the door. So you want to get them pretty close to the center. All right, so this is the only real auto scroller of the run. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. It's actually nice to have the suit for this level. It just makes it a little bit easier to navigate. I can get a spare suit from here, but I've got to do the whole level as without the suit, basically. And I just missed my mushroom. I might actually just die and re-get that. I can get one in 2 levels time, but the level in between is quite important to have the suit for. Apparently I could have got that one. I'm pretty sure I've tested that one before, but some of the blocks in this game will only be power-ups when you're at a certain power-up state, so I'm willing to bet I tried that one while I was already Big Mario. And it was just a coin, and I might have written it off. But hey, learning all the time. You never stop learning your speed game. But yeah, hopefully now that I've got the suit, even if I mess up one of these platforming bits, I'll still be able to save myself. You can get lots of coins and lots of 1-ups in this level. I think it's like every 6 of these things, or every 8 or something that you jump on, 1-up just falls from the sky. There's millions and millions of coins you can get. Yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff you can do. So it's an auto-scroller, but it's a relatively interesting one. I was obviously meant to be... Oh, damn, I just got a 33. I wasn't sure if I was going to try and fight that or not. But yeah, I'm going to get the cutscene and probably a mushroom or something completely useless and fireworks, and yeah, wasted a lot of time, but that's alright. I've got my suit, which is the main thing. 1-up. Couldn't be much more useless, but anyway, don't matter. Yeah, it's despite being an auto-scroll, that's a relatively stressful level. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Alright. Frozen Fuzzies is up next. It's a very cape-heavy level. It's very awkward to play without the suit, so hopefully I don't mess up early and lose it, but it's... I don't know, it's probably about 40 seconds longer if you don't have the suit. There's a whole bunch of areas that you got to glide over. Like here, for example, you'd have to wait for them to freeze one of those things and then jump on, and then, yeah, you can't quite make the jump, and yeah, there's lots of stuff that you got to worry about. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I wasn't meant to do a spin jump there, but I at least remembered this time. I remembered that I messed up, so I pulled myself back a little bit. The cycles on those last few enemies were all wrong, so that threw me off a bit, but we saved it, that's the main thing. The next level is has some red coins in it, which give you a spare Raycon suit if you need it. Fortunately, I narrowly avoided getting hit at the end there, so I'll be able to play this as Nabbit and just plow through it. It's sort of good to be able to do this as Nabbit. You pretty much don't need to, but every now and again these wigglers will just be set in a very slightly awkward arrangement, and you'll end up just grazing one, or like falling just between a couple of them. It's a little bit inconsistent. But yeah, if you're using Nabbit, then you get a bit of a safety. It's also very possible, if you make a very small mistake in that, you can get a 77. And then if you've got Nabbit, then that doesn't matter. Any reasons why I play this over Super Mario U? Because I played Super Mario U last year. I had to run it twice, actually. Stone Crush. Mario U's more, sort of more of the same. The levels are a lot longer. It's a little bit more... I would say that this is a... Oh, I missed my jump there. I'll have to do this slowly now. You can do a bit of a sequence of jumps here to get into this pipe really early, but it's not too bad to go that way. There's a little secret area that you can duck into. But yeah, Mario U is more of the same. There's a lot of those sort of semi-auto-scrollers that you can... skip, which is actually quite interesting. There's a lot of really good cape usage, but I probably prefer this one just because it's a little bit less punishing. Losing the suit in a Mario U run is a lot more problematic because there's a lot less places to get it back, and also being able to use Nabbit means even if you lose your suit at a critical time, you can quite often use Nabbit instead to take an alternative route or just make it safe or whatever. But yeah, Mario U is really fun. I haven't done a run of that in quite a long time, and the physics of the two characters are quite a lot different. So it's really hard to go from one game to the other. Oh god, that's really bad luck. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the fast kill. If you float around in the air enough up there, you can usually get a second. You can usually get all the hits in on the Magic Koopa. But if he gives you really bad spawns like that, there's not much you can do about it. I should be able to get the second one here. Ooh, that was really bad luck. Appeared directly on top of me, which usually you can, if that happens, you can usually just tap the button and get away from him. But because he spawned, I don't know, he spawned on top of me, but kind of low. So I tried to take off, but he still stopped me. So that's a bit of a that's quite a lot of bad luck. There's a couple of pretty important cape levels coming up, which we can use Nabbit for, and it won't be so bad. But there's a couple of boss fast kills that I won't be able to do now. Oh, bugger. I was meant to use Nabbit on this level. It pretty much doesn't matter, but the Pro Controller's tricking me a little bit. The secret exit down here. I was going to get an 88 there, so I just stopped for a second. Normally that wouldn't be a problem, but because I didn't use Nabbit, I had to wait a little bit. Yeah, the way that they map the controls to the Pro Controller is a little bit odd. Normally you would be using the trigger buttons on the gamepad, but they switch it to the bumper buttons on this, which I think is because you need the trigger buttons for the motion control parts. But yeah, I was meant to be holding the trigger to choose Nabbit then, and I picked the bumper. Up until now, I've been holding both, just for safety, but now I know which one's which at least. Oops, hope I still make this. So there's not too much benefit to having the cape in this, except for the for the level leading up to the boss. But for the boss itself, oh god, okay, that was pretty bad. I should have wall jumped off there, but I thought I was going to be able to make it back up onto that platform. But yeah, the level itself only has a couple of seconds you can save by having the cape, and you got to take a different route as Nabbit as well for the second half coming up. But yeah, you do miss out on the boss fast kill, and unlike the Magic Koopa, there's no RNG to the other fights. So, oh god, no. I should have taken the top path. I thought I was running out of time. Oh god. One more. I'm always fine doing marathons until I start focusing on what I'm doing, and then I'm really bad. There we go. And because we're using Nabbit, we can at least go through the fire bars there. Oops, I was going to get the mushroom, but I can't because I'm Nabbit. A couple of specific jumps to go up there. Again, slightly faster if you've got the suit. You can do spin jumps and not have to stand on the stairs for quite as long, but no big deal really. So yeah, normally if I had the suit here, I would just fly up, hit him now, and then he'd immediately go into his first cycle, and then you could quick kill him from there. But now we've got to go through this stuff. It is a little bit, there is an interesting facet about playing as Nabbit, and that's that if you get hit when you're at the edges of the screen, you actually get punted quite a long way, and you can get punted off the screen, so I'll be pretty careful about how I jump on him, because if I do it slightly too early, it can mess me up really bad. Now, the next level is a bit of a mixed bag. I can either choose Nabbit and know that I'm going to finish the level without any problems, or I can go as small Luigi, because obviously I don't know my suit, and I can get a second suit from here, but then I've got to do the level, I've got to beat the boss with the suit, which shouldn't be a problem, but Baby Bowser's hitbox is very odd. his walls, like he's in one of the floating Mario doodads, and yeah, the walls on that are quite weird. But I don't actually have a choice but to play as Luigi, at least until I make it through the level once. I'm going to try and take this pretty safe. You can actually blast through here really fast and like jump on everything's head while they're... Oh, God damn it. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? I might actually just have to wait for the cloud now because there's no more umbrellas. It might have even been faster just to just take the death. But I might be able to recuperate my suit this way, so I'll just do this slow tier. I'm pretty sure that red thing is a fire flower, so it's not much good to us. Yo, JRP. Magooby. So yeah, the entrance to the Baby Bowser fight is here, but if we break these crates, we can get a spare suit. So yeah, if the boss fight goes well, then I've scored myself a suit, which is great. Hopefully there's no issues with it. There was a lot of issues with this at the Mario U run. You have to do exactly the same boss fight. It's slightly... See, I don't know how you really avoid that. It's just the hitbox is really odd, but we should still be okay. I don't need a suit for the next couple of levels. There's one where it saves a lot of time, but I might just have to deal without it. I can get a spare suit by going back to World 1 and doing the first level again. I will get a spare suit and I'll get a spare one in my item box, which is quite useful, but it takes an extra minute or so. Oh god, that's a pretty bad hit. That usually happens, but that's alright. So yeah, I can just use Nabbit for a fair few of the levels coming up to make up for it. There's only one level that it really makes a huge difference in. Another big long cutscene here. So yeah, I think we're still on track for our estimate, but it's probably not going to be much better than the estimate. Most of the levels coming up are pretty safe, except for the one that I would normally want to be using the cloak for. Still waiting for a marathon run with Bubsy 3D. I'm sure that was done at one of the GDQs once in the Awful Games lot. You'll have to look up some VODs. Sorry, Classic. It's a masterpiece, I swear. Okay, so next level, I believe it's actually very, very, very slightly faster to use the cape on the next level. Obviously, I don't have that option, but something that I haven't mentioned is there's actually a couple of frames you can save on every level that you start a suit with. If you start by jumping and immediately doing a short glide, you save frames. I don't know how many. A very small amount of time, but you can do it over the course of every level and save like a couple of seconds or something. Much more relevant in the Mario run, but it's also relevant in this. It doesn't save as much time. I was meant to use Nabbit on this level for exactly that reason. There we go. Yeah, but I did the trigger thing again because of the controller switching I did. I was holding the wrong trigger. So we'll try that again. But yeah, basically, even if you've got the suit, it's worth just using Nabbit just so that doesn't happen. So you don't get sniped by a fireball. I also got really bad fireball luck there. usually you'll go over there and the first fireball to hit will be the one slightly right of where you are. It might do it this time. Yeah, like right there. And usually you can get through safely, but that time I would have got sniped by another fireball anyway. It's a bit of a bastard of a secret because there's nothing you can do to avoid them. You can't see them coming or anything like that, and they are effectively random, I think. At least every time I arrive there, I'm just hoping for the right fireball to land. And I'm pretty sure it's just the fact that that secret exit is shorter is the main reason that we go that way. It's honestly been a long time since I've played the middle level there, but I'm pretty sure it's more or less the same time as this one. And yeah, this is the one where if I had the suit, it would be a lot faster, but we're going to have to use Nabbit. You'd basically just glide up to this point here, and yeah, you'd be fine. Whoops, I should land on that one instead. No. There we go. This was if I was brave enough and chose Luigi here, I could have possibly gotten a 77 on this level and got another suit, but there's only really one level left where the suit is even slightly relevant, and it wouldn't have been worth the cutscene anyway. Yet another level where you'd save a little bit of time. Oh, here we go. This is what I had to practice before the start of the stream. I've got to hold a different button. I would normally be using on the gamepad and be tilting it using the motion controls to get the... Oh, I actually wanted to get hit by him. Now I'm going to have to piss him off. I actually wanted to get hit and then jump through everything and get over here, which is something you can obviously only do with Nabbit. But I actually landed on it, which I didn't even think was possible because I was approaching it from beneath, but whatever. Should be able to get through most of this. Yeah. I could have done that jump way earlier, but I was a little bit worried about my ability to glide while holding the button to make the platform go. So, yeah, normally that level would have looked a fair bit different, but doesn't matter. I was a little bit worried about getting a 55 there, but I wasn't at it, so it wouldn't have mattered. They will definitely be reading donations. I'm the only person on the station at the moment that I can't see donations right now, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a co-commentator for the next run. Alright. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, we can use Nabbit on the final level. It's a little bit slower. There's a few sections, especially right at the start here, where using the suit saves quite a lot of time. Now I'm just going to have to sit here and wait for that second platform because I can't quite make the jump to get to the other one. That's the main one. There's also a slightly shorter run at Bowser. The way Baby Bowser works here is that if he strikes a platform that's really low, you can usually sneak in under him. If he's going to strike a platform that's up high, then you usually have to sort of pull up and then jump over him instead. A few little fireball jumps there. Go JRP. So normally you just glide over Bowser, but you can just do a wall jump instead. Basically the same thing, a little bit slower. And yeah, now you get to see the incredibly hype final boss fight where I'm completely immune to all the attacks and can't die and can't make any mistakes. There is quite a lot of things that can make things go slower. I've done a fair bit of practice on the final boss, and I haven't found any information on exactly how the mechanics of the fight work, and there's a lot of things that I see the top runners doing that seem to manipulate what seems to be the RNG of the fight. So I'm sure there's a way you can stop all of the bad stuff from happening in the final fight to slow you down, but I'm more or less just going to be winging through this and just trying to hit him as soon as possible. The main things that will stop me are if the ship thing, the propeller, whatever it is, if that lands inside Bowser's hitbox. Sometimes I can't get in there. Also, while Bowser is in his gigantic shell form and I'm flying up above him, I need to get him to jump in a particular direction. So I'll usually float above him and then just basically try and fake him out at the last second to jump the other way. But apart from that, I've just got to get into the propeller ship and hit him 3 times. First hit's free. And yeah, Baby Bowser jumped in straight away then, and there was no chance I could have stopped him. That's quite rare, and I don't think there's anything you can do about it. Yeah, you can usually intercept him quite easily. Hopefully we'll see that on the second one. But hey, if you're a Luigi U runner and you know how to make this fight more consistent, I'd love to hear from you. Barely dodged that fireball. That was pretty good luck. Baby Bowser was far away and the thing jumped in the opposite direction. And now Bowser's miles away from me, so I can just run away. Hopefully that'll be far enough for one more jump. No, he's going to turn away anyway. Yeah, that was pretty good luck right at the end. And that's time. Pretty long, cool cutscene at the end. Really cool song at the end where all the characters are clapping along. It's really good. Baby Bowser commits suicide. We don't condone child suicide. Don't do that. It's bad. But yeah, that's what he does. He wants to be with Dad, so he goes down. He's fine. He's in the airship later. It's all good. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't stream anymore because my internet's bad, but I am looking to get back into it. So when the internet goes good again, I'll be streaming again. So if you want to fly along and see me, then feel free. It'll be good. Next up is Sonic 3 and Knuckles by Mike89. Really, really, really good run, and he's going to absolutely smash it. He's ridiculously good at the game. I absolutely recommend you check that out. And yeah, thanks for all the donations and the comments, and thanks for keeping me company in chat, and thanks to all the people in the audience. Catch you later.